Hello.
That was great.
And we're back.
That was awesome. So, for those of you who were not behind the scenes in the green room with us, we had a little bit of a flub with our little countdown timer there. So I muted both Goose and Josh without them knowing. So that was fun.
Ooh,
Good
that
time.
was very nice.
I didn't mean to. I forgot that when I start the timer that it automatically mutes all of our microphones. So we were still talking about whether or not we were going to do it when I hit do it, and then everybody had to shut up. So that was fun. That was fun.
Yay.
Okay, we're going to do all the intro stuff, but we already have somebody here. But once again, thanks so much, LinkedIn and StreamYard. It's LinkedIn user. So maybe I think Noel shows up like this sometimes. Lynn shows up like this sometimes. LinkedIn user, let us know who you actually are.
That is Joe.
It's Joe. Hi, Joe. Welcome. Okay. All right. Let's do it. The formal stuff. First of all, welcome back to the neighborhood coffee shop that's been closed for what feels like an eternity. I'm super excited that our coffee shop is open again. What
How
about you
long
guys?
has it been closed? Like a year? Has it been a year?
I think it has been close to a year. I think our last one was in June or July, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we had our daughter in August.
Yeah.
And then you left us.
Then
I went to work for a little while, and it was fun.
Well, we appreciate you blessing us with your presence, even as short-lived as it may be, but we'll save that for later. Let's do intros for those who might not know us. Okay. I'm Megan Shapiro. I am a construction attorney in California, and I also do one-on-one construction contract coaching. We were going to go with a circus monkey theme situation, but I don't know if everybody else is playing along. So that's why that says not my circus, not my contracts. Josh, yours still says construction CFO. So
I thought we were going back to the normal way, guys. I'm Josh Slepker. I am a construction CFO fractionally for subcontractors around the country, partnering to also make a fractional accounting team for those who don't know who to hire or how to hire, and just have a whole team that reduces your overhead but knows what the fuck they're doing.
There's the fun Josh that I know.
Early. Damn.
Yep,
I'm usually the first one to drop the F-bomb, you guys. What is happening?
You're losing your edge.
I'm just excited that Josh has found it. So Goose, tag, you're it.
All right. I am Goose Dunham. I am an paper maker turned financial advisor and focus on people in manufacturing and construction because you don't have the time to deal with your circus and your money. So therefore, your money, wait a second, not my circus, not my money. That is not what was up there.
Because I did that one here. There's the one you did.
Yeah, it is your circus and it is your money, but it is my problem. So there you go.
That sounds like something I could say too about
I know, right?
a lot of companies.
The two money guys and then me over here. Goose, I have a special request. Can you fix your fucking lighting? Why do you look like you're being interrogated right now? Like you are
because I am.
All right, so Goose is in Area 51.
Seriously, he's so dark. It's like we're trying to obscure his identity because he's in witness protection or something. You're so dark.
He was playing a little World of Warcraft before we jumped on. He forgot to turn on his lights.
He's got time for that.
And then I have the blue glow.
Maybe just come closer to the camera, maybe.
I don't have one of those cool lights that lights up my face.
Cool, I
don't either. I just have shitty overhead.
Well, my face should be bright enough as it is, so I don't think I need the lighting.
You do light up every room you walk into, Goose.
What about this? Is this better without the hat?
No. Okay. Clyde's here. Hi, Clyde. Thanks for coming and joining us, Clyde. Okay, so what are we doing here? So, again, it's been a while. So even if you
I don't speak English.
No, okay, you don't even speak English in text messages either. The one you sent this morning, I was like, I literally cannot decipher this. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Okay, so what are we doing here? So for those of you who might not, I mean, it's been so long, nobody probably remembers what we're doing here. But for those of you who are new, or for those of you who might not remember what we're doing here, this is the neighborhood coffee shop where anyone and everyone is welcome to hop on in, join the conversation, bring your hot beverage. Dang it, a green screen gets me every time. Bring your hot beverage or your cold beverage if that is your preference, depending on what time zone you're in. Josh dropped the link to actually join us in studio in. Where'd you drop
LinkedIn.
it?
I don't know if you put it on YouTube, but it's on LinkedIn.
Oh, I don't know how to put it on YouTube. I'm a newbie.
Oh boy.
I know I'm a failure. So we love to have people join us. I think every time we've done this, we've had at least one person join us on stage in the studio in the coffee shop. So we would love to have you. Again, the link is there. If you don't see it, then let us know in the comments because I'm guessing, is that still, can you see all the comments, Josh?
When I go over there, I can.
Okay. All right. Well,
let's see.
It is after hours. It's after hours where everybody lives except me. So everybody else gets to have fun and I'm drinking spicy tea to keep it a little spicy. And Jesse's here.
Woohoo!
Oh boy. Like the Brady Bunch.
Hi, Jesse. So we're going a little bit out of order, but I'm just excited that Jesse's here because we all are going to get to hang out with Jesse in person in like a tiny little hair over a month. Yeah, we're all going to get to hang
Isn't it
out.
not crazy that it's been that we only are a month away?
Dude, it flew by. It flew by. I can't. And if this is Joe's going to be there too. Is it? Joe, I actually don't know how to say your last name. I always say Sewell in my head, but I don't know if that's actually the proper way to pronounce that. So when we meet in Sedona, you can tell me. But if that is Joe, then he's going to be there as well. But we can talk more about Sedona. Well, do you want to talk about it now or should I?
I think we talk about it now.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta
You
move.
got so many pink things going around right now.
I know. It's the
Clearly
rebrand.
it's her brand and not ours, Josh.
It's the rebrand. Listen, let me tell you why. Because as we previewed, Josh is breaking up with us, and he's the only other one that has a brand.
I'm the only one with a brand. You hear that?
I am the brand.
Oh, really? When was the last time you posted on LinkedIn?
His brand is polka dot shirts.
Oh, that's true. That's true. His brand is golfing every day.
And red bases.
Listen, their good business gets done on the golf course.
Uh-oh, Josh, technical problem. Clyde tried to hit the link. It's not doing anything.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on.
Okay, let's clear up there. It has been a long time, probably 3 weeks since I posted on LinkedIn. Life has gotten in the way. But we're getting that shit straight this weekend.
Yeah, but does that mean that you're going to have a triumphant return to LinkedIn as well?
At some point.
To Lincoln?
Okay, well, that's nice and vague. Thank you.
Well, it is. But
okay, thank you, Joe.
So in my absence, I have signed 5 new clients. So as I've been busy.
Okay, I mean, do you want a cookie?
Yeah, I do.
I'll send you a cookie. Do you have crumble cookie where you are? I can have a crumble cookie delivered to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I asked for a copy and you wouldn't do that.
That's because you're breaking up with us.
I thought it'd be a good farewell gift. Like at least every other place I've left brought me something.
I don't know how your breakups normally go, but I don't typically gift the person who's breaking up with me with something as a memorial of our relationship. So
well, normally you don't go to a live stream with them either.
Well, because this live stream is our final
breakup party.
Yeah, it's like a divorce party.
You guys make this so dramatic.
Or is it a monogamous party?
Well, I guess it's a divorce party where it's becoming a monogamous party because now you're leaving Goose and I on our own unless we get somebody else to join us.
I'll join in occasionally just for funsies.
Wow. Thank you so much for pitying us and just
he really wants to spice things up a little bit.
Here, we need
by just occasionally joining.
I know, right?
Would rather just watch. He just would rather watch. That's it.
Yeah,
By the
he
way,
doesn't like commitment. He's a commitment phobe.
By the way, Joe did correct you. It's Joe.
I know, Sywell. Yes, I will.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you telling
I'm
me.
going back and forth to check out the comments for you.
Good, because we need to make sure. So Clyde is apparently trying to join us. He says he's headed to his laptop to try it. So hopefully Clyde can get that to work. I'm surprised Jesse hasn't tried it. He might be unable to join us inside the coffee
I don't
shop.
know. Jesse joins us from everywhere. The airport.
I mean, he could
Remember
be
the
at an
airport?
That's right.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I don't see why he's not joining us right now.
Well, let's all guilt trip him. Jesse, where are you, man? Join us.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Us.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we're hopping all over the place. Here's what I have for topics. I've got so what? Who cares what's in it for me? That's Josh. Josh's contribution to the topic.
My new favorite
on
saying.
brand. Yes. We've got Converge, and then we've got Josh's breaking up with us.
Yeah, it's all about Josh today.
It is all about Josh.
Right.
Well, that seems most appropriate to go last, right? I mean, if he's
well, I had it last, but then we started talking about it, so then I got confused.
But we also just talked about Converge.
Yeah, you want to talk
Where
about
do you want
Converge?
to start?
Yeah, let's do Converge.
All right, let's talk about Converge. Okay, so super excited for Converge. This is for those of you who don't know, Converge is the rebrand of last year's Construction LinkedIn in Real Life # Savannah in September. You can see why we rebranded. It was quite the mouthful, but it was a grand old time.
Well, it was supposed to be Sedona in September and June.
Yeah. Okay. So it was originally supposed to be, hold on. You guys are getting all ahead. People are so lost and confused. Let me give background. Okay. So for the 11 people who joined us in Savannah last year, it was a grand old time. It was originally conceived as a one and done type of situation, but we were having so much fun together that on our farewell dinner, on our riverboat dinner cruise, that turned into an all night dance party with a DJ, which was super fun. Everybody decided right then and there that we needed to do it again. And everybody liked the SIS theme. And so right then and there, we chose Sedona as the next location for our reunion. And everybody decided to keep it that same weekend in September, which I think was the last weekend in September. Is that right, Goose?
It was.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We decided to keep it the same weekend so everybody could plan accordingly, and that we would move it to a different city that started with S every year. That was the plan. I was actually already going to Sedona the following weekend after Savannah for a friend vacation anyway. So I was able to scope it out while I was there, got most of the arrangements already set up when I was there. And then I had a case get set for trial in September. So we had to move from September to June because we didn't want to do it in the heat of the summer, and because people have kid stuff and school things and summer break vacations, all that stuff. So we didn't want to do in the full swing of summer. So we moved it to June, and we briefly talked about doing # Sedona in September in June. But then I realized that we ended up getting so many more people that were not in Savannah that I felt like that was a little bit alienating because they weren't a part of the Savannah joke basically. And so we dropped it. And now we've just gone with the full rebrand of the Converge Construction Summit. It is in the first weekend in June this year. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning. And we are almost completely sold out of tickets. We are capping it at 30, and we only have, I think, 2 tickets left. So there, now you guys can say all the things you want to say now that everybody has context and background. Go.
Okay. Well, I am super excited about it because back in September in Savannah was so much fun. Not just meeting everybody, but like actually talking about all the different stuff, right? And just getting to hear what everybody's doing, and then also like giving insight into how to expand it, how to make it better. And the fact that we've nearly over doubled how many people are going to be there, like that is, I'm so excited to see what this year has to bring. Not to mention, I'm sponsoring Happy Hour. Oh yeah,
that's right. Well, you're co-sponsoring with me.
Co-sponsoring with.
You're paying for the alcohol. I'm paying for the food.
And we're together again. What can I say?
Of course. So here's the biggest thing that I think is awesome that I cannot be said enough times, which is not only are we probably going to come close to tripling attendance if we max at 30, and we were at 11, and that included me last year, but also every single person who came to Savannah is coming to Sedona. And, well, that's not entirely true. Sarah, if you're watching, I'm keeping an eye on you, ma'am. Sarah was with us in Savannah. She said she's coming to Sedona, but she hasn't bought her ticket yet. So Sarah's, I guess, in the maybe category. But everybody that came to Savannah is coming to Sedona. And even better, every single person who came to Savannah, as a direct result of having been there, got work. Either direct work from other people who were there or referrals from people who were there. So when we say that it's valuable, we mean it. It's not like it's, of course, going to be fun because obviously I'm fun. Goose is fun. Jesse's fun. Noelle is fun. Lynn is fun. Josh, I'm sure it's fun. We didn't get to meet Josh in person, so it's going to be the first time we get to meet Josh.
I was waiting.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was trying to name people who were actually there in person. Rocio is fun. Everybody's fun, right? So obviously it's a fun time. It's a great fun time. But it's also valuable from a business standpoint. And this year, in case you were jealous about the riverboat dinner cruise with the dance part, the unexpected surprise dance party with a DJ on the top of the riverboat, which was, like I said, probably my favorite part of the whole thing, to try to recreate the magic that we had unexpectedly. This year's fun activity after the conference at the end of the day on Saturday is a private stargazing Jeep desert tour. And it's private in the fact that it's only limited to people that are coming for our conference. I was able to book it private. And so it's going to just be our crew. And I did this tour when I was in Sedona in September last year. And it is magic. It is pure magic. And I can't imagine how much fun it's going to be with our own small crew of people. So I'm so freaking excited.
Can we put up Joe's comment about crashing my credit card?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm behind. Hold on. Let me go. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Yes.
Hey, I
Joe,
can't wait to crash my credit card either.
Joe, here's the secret though. I already maxed out his credit card because I was in charge of the arrangements. That's what happens when you don't join that call with Jillian, Goose.
You didn't send it to me.
I did. I texted you and said, do you want to join?
And what did I say?
You said
if
I'm too busy
available,
and I'm on the golf course.
He said, email it to me, and you didn't do it.
Do I need, speaking of, this is a good question. Do I need to send her a credit card?
She's going to invoice us afterward, but we can talk about that offline.
All right.
Okay, so I think this is Joe too. The concept is mind-blowing as an event, and I can't wait to. Oh yeah, so we said it twice. Okay, it was in both of them. I didn't see that. Yes, I thank you, Joe, for saying the concept is mind-blowing. I appreciate that. I don't know if you know the history of how Savannah started, but it was basically an offhanded comment that I made to a couple of people, and then fast forward to Goose over there being a guest on Josh Javi's podcast that I was listening to, minding my own business, listening to his episode. And all of a sudden I hear them start talking about the event that I was hosting, that I had no idea I was hosting.
Listen, you don't come out and say that you're going to do something if you're not going to do it. You can't be just throwing shit out.
Hold on. That is an inaccurate representation of what happened. I didn't say I was going to do it. What I said was, I said to a few people, including the two of you, I said it to Jesse and I said it to Josh Javi. I said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we picked a cool city and we all went to the same place at the same time so we could meet in person and hang out? Like super informal, no programming, no conferencing, just let's all pick a city and go there together and meet each other. And everybody's like, yeah, that sounds great. You should organize that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll give that some thought. Next thing I know, you and Josh are like, she's got a whole conference.
It was never supposed to be a conference. It was supposed to be us all getting together. You are correct about that. You decided that you're like, I've got so much interest, I'll do a conference. And it was the right thing to do.
That is, again, a misrepresentation. I sent out the survey. I let the LinkedIn community weigh in on this. And I said, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to just be like let's all go to the same city and hang out? Do you want it to be more like a retreat? Do you want it to be more like a conference? And people picked conference. So when the people ask, I deliver.
So it was your fault for putting out the survey.
Correct.
If you would have never put the survey, I mean, this still comes back to the fact that it is your fault that you ended up having to do it.
I feel like a referee here, guys.
Oh my goodness. Hey, did she just say she agrees? I just won against a lawyer.
I think what really happened, if I remember exactly what happened, we were doing this kind of a thing back in January last year, and you mentioned it live in front of everybody. We could probably go back and find it, actually. And that's where it all started.
Okay, well, you know what? All I have to say is, Goose, you need to Opus clip this so that you've
Oh.
got proof that I admitted that you were right about something.
I will do it.
We should also, yeah, do that.
What
What?
Opus clip? Okay.
I don't remember what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Okay. Jesse is glad that everyone got to meet him in real life. I can definitely attest to that being
I want one
accurate
of Jesse's
overall.
hats.
Listen, Jesse gave us all a run for our money on the dance floor. When I tell you, like, he was crashing other people's part because it was like 2 weddings on that boat, wasn't it? Was it 2?
It was a weird place to have a wedding.
Yeah, it was weird, but there were like 2 separate wedding parties, right? Because there was the one that was in the more demure ballroom where we line danced first. Then we found the rooftop.
We found the fun place.
Yeah. But Jesse was like full on, other groups of people were like stealing him to come dance with them. Like, it was Jesse is everybody
great.
should be glad they got to meet Jesse in real life.
I am certainly.
And honestly,
glad
that's
that
the
he
biggest
gave me
draw
a
for
dance.
Sedona. Everybody should just come to Sedona to meet Jesse, to be honest.
True statement.
I'm just saying.
All right. So everybody, we still got tickets. Go to Sedona. It won't disappoint. You will not leave and be disappointed. That is for certain.
I'm excited.
I'm going to put, I mean, I know you have to type it, but I'm going to put the link for it, the website in. Can I do this? Can I do this? Let's see.
Send it to me and I will put it up for you. How's that?
Okay. Wait, I don't want to do it that way. Hold on.
Just send it in the private chat and I'll send it up.
Okay. I'm going to scroll it too, though.
Okay.
I'm going to scroll it. Maybe I do. Maybe. Okay. And then I got to go to the private. Somebody else talk because I'm distracted. There we go. There, Josh. It's in the private chat.
All right, Goose, you're up. Talk.
What? What do you mean? I'm
yeah,
up. I'm talk. Just got to talk.
You're supposed to entertain.
Up and over and around.
You've never been in radio.
People.
I've not been in radio.
Okay,
either.
let's talk about why people are here. Why are they here? I mean, it's not just they listen to me babble and talk and make no sense because I don't know English. Because I'm from Alabama.
That's all we really do. We just get here. We just start going on tangents. And then people are like, you guys should do it again. That was fun.
And yet you don't want to come back to keep doing it with us. All right,
let's move on. Let's move on to the fact that Josh is breaking up with us.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Josh, you explain to the people why you are breaking up with us. And in fact, actually, don't just explain to the people. Give me and Goose an actual answer because we haven't gotten a real answer. So we're putting you on the spot live.
I cry every night going to bed knowing you're breaking up with us.
It's a lot of things, guys. It's Goose's hair and his hat, and then it's Megan's coffee cup. They're all offensive.
True.
My hair is offensive.
So, like,
That's
obviously,
really
last year I missed Savannah in September because we had our baby, right? And now that my wife still works, she gets home at 4:35, and we try to do this. Like, family time has become really protected for me and really important for me. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that now that business for me has taken off. I don't have time throughout the day to get other things done to then have an hour to do this once a month. And it's not you guys, it's everything, because everybody's in my DMs about, will you talk to me about this? Will you listen about this product? Let me introduce you to this bullshit that I don't care about. It's not just you guys. It's literally everything. And I'm trying to...
Wait, hold on. I got to pause you. Because did you just lump us in with the cold pitch DMs that you received?
The so-called bullshit. So there we go. We are indeed just bullshit, Megan. That
one more
out of everything he just said, that's all I heard. Was
all I heard.
You guys are just like the bullshit that's in my DMs.
Yeah, we are a cold pitch DMs
No,
to you.
I'm giving it a break. I'm doing a cleanse where I'm doing this less talking, more listening.
Oh. Okay.
Have you noticed I'm hardly at all
right now by not posting? And y'all give me shit about that? I'm doing a LinkedIn cleanse.
Okay, but did I not offer to change the time, Josh?
You did, but what time? What time is everybody gonna want to watch us? Like 8 in the morning, 3 in the
Listen,
afternoon,
we're
2 in
fun.
the afternoon.
People will watch us anytime. Duh.
I'll be honest, it probably is highly dependent on how much I've had to drink because,
Tuesday
they
morning.
will come if I've been drinking.
It's
That's
thirsty Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. I've had margarita. We could really have a coffee shop then, because right now it feels like a fake coffee shop.
I mean, Irish coffee is where it's at.
Sorry, Megan. I feel like you're a little disappointed.
I'm in mourning. I'm
You
stuck in
know-
the cycle of
You know,
grief.
the best part about this is now I don't have to commit to it. I can just show up because you always post a link. But who's going to post a link if I'm not here to do
Exactly.
it?
You're never going to be able to show up. No one else will ever be able to join me and Goose.
That sucks.
You're forcing us into monogamy. This is all your fault.
I am so sorry,
We
guys.
like the threesome triangle that we've built.
Look how beautiful we look on screen with a triangle. It's great. Look, watch. It's not as much fun. Oh wait, no. I think if I hit remove, it's gonna actually.
Oh, yeah. If you remove him, he's gone.
I know. I almost did. He won't come back. I better
He
not.
won't come back.
Oh, well, I guess I'm done for the night. I'll watch you
It
guys
hurts my
flounder
heart.
without me. It'll be great. I'm just
It
kidding.
Will
hurts
we
my heart.
flounder?
No, you'd be fine. I don't really contribute much.
So,
We
I
just
mean-
continue to talk and bullshit like we always do.
All I do is come up with the great topics by some offhanded comment that spurs everybody on once in a while.
So I guess it begs the question, Goose. We have to decide if we're going to replace him, and if so, we're going to like take applications.
I will
or if
join.
we're just
Someone,
gonna...
LinkedIn user will join you.
Is that Joe?
Is that
That's Joe.
Joe?
Is it still Joe?
Yep. We're gonna do this whole
That's
like a
really
Netflix
fun.
drama series where I'm leaving and it's gonna be coming in season 2, and then I won't be here anymore.
I got a
Well,
question.
except
Do we
for
have to
that,
kill him off since he's, if we really want to do Netflix, find
Well-
somebody else, we got to just, off him.
I think we should do it more like I've never seen this show, but I read news, so maybe we should do more like Real Housewives style and have like some blow up fight. But here's the bigger problem: isn't this technically season 2? Can we have a season 1 where we have like a 6-month break in the middle? We come back for one time and then we take a break.
I guess you're right. This is season 2, the first episode, and it's starting
We're
off with
killing you
drama.
off in the first episode.
You're killing me off. Great.
Well, it was self-inflicted, my dude.
Self-inflicted.
He walked up in episode 1, season 2, episode 1 said,
I
Y'all
was
gotta
voted
kill
off
me
the
off.
Bachelor.
It's like the last
immediately.
season of Yellowstone. # spoiler alert. Like they killed Kevin Costner in episode 1.
Yeah, that was pretty
When's he
bad.
coming back, by the way? I need me some Yellowstone.
It's not well. It's the Dutton Ranch spinoff, and then I heard
Oh,
Casey
is
and
it?
Monica might be getting a spinoff too. But after what they did in 1923, I'm out.
I didn't watch all of 1923.
Yeah, don't.
You didn't like it?
I don't.
Taylor Sheridan, you're dead to me. Just like Josh is dead to me after this.
Whoa. I'm a movie star? That's pretty legit.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you make as much as a movie star?
I don't know. How much do they make?
A lot. I don't know.
Well,
Depends.
Enough.
Couple million.
depends on. No, I don't. Not that. No.
All right, Josh, you want to talk about?
30,000, maybe.
You want to talk about so what? Who cares what's in it for me?
Yes, I love this topic
Okay,
because I watched the YouTube video the other day, and the lady that did this is from Australia, and I can't remember her name, but she's pretty good. It's pretty funny, pretty good to watch. But basically, everything now, whenever I read through LinkedIn or anything on Facebook or anywhere, I'm like, this just goes through my head. Like, so what? Who cares? What's in it for me? And everybody, and I was guilty of this for a long time, and I still am. But you write content that's like, let me tell you how great I am and talk about these hooks and like try to get people to read it. But at the end of the day, like, so what? Who cares? Everybody is reading it with this in their mind, whether they say it or whether they don't.
With what in their mind? So what? Who cares what's in it for me?
Yeah, like that's just the filter because there's so much stuff out there, right? There's so much bombarding you every day with TikToks and videos and shorts and everything. And the things that really bother me probably don't bother everybody else, but like shorts that are just taken out of context from big group events or whatever, coaching calls, something that's like this long drawn out thing and it's just cut down into like a 30-second clip. It's like, so what, who cares what's in it for me, because it wastes like 15-20 seconds just trying to get to a stupid point that doesn't even make sense because it's out of context.
So what's the remedy?
Stop making garbage content. If you're going to make short form content, like what I learned when I did the YouTube ones, and the way that like I know metrics work now, when I make a long form YouTube video and I'm like, oh man, that was something really good, I need to make that a short. I make it a short. I re-record just that point, but I narrow it down even more so it's not out of context and it hits different. Because when you watch TikTok, that's what happens. The ones that like reel you in, or the ones you have to read, or things like that. Not the like the ones that you have to read and then something happens. Not the ones where it's like talking in an event full of 500 people. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
I will say, okay, along this topic, I do LinkedIn's kind of gotten there
Thank you,
for
Joe.
me, like, right? It's like it just seems like the same shit over and over, wrote by a different person, written somewhat differently, but still the same shit, right? And I only have a finite amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got a 3-year-old, you know, what's in it for me here? It's fun, right? I enjoy this.
Yeah. Oh, and that's totally fair.
You know?
That what's in it for me could
And
be
so,
entertainment.
you know, but like from everything else, it's like, do I need to do this to get where I want to be? And if the answer is no, then why am I spending time on it? Right. And so, you know, I think that that's where the so what, who cares, what's in it for me. And I think so often with technology out there, it's so easy to get wrapped up in shit that really is just a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I actually like went through all my apps like at the beginning of the year and just got rid of a ton of them that were just literally a waste of my time. And then I get frustrated at the end of it with the
Like, how much time
that
did
I
I waste
spent,
on that?
you know?
Like, imagine, Megan, that tomorrow I go ahead and I opus clip this, and tomorrow you're like, you just hear the same thing, and it took us what 3 minutes to go through and just make one stupid point. Like, that's what it feels like when I'm watching these people that are presenting in a room full of people. You see like a really granulated slideshow behind them, death by PowerPoint, really horrible way of presenting, in my opinion. And then you just go ahead and clip it from a horrible angle. Like, let me just try to make this point. And then you can really never hear anybody because the audio sucks. Like,
I feel personally attacked because you encouraged me to post more videos.
That's right.
And that is exactly what I did. But my PowerPoint is not a PowerPoint. It's actually contract provisions. So it's worse than a PowerPoint.
That's fair.
It's worse than a PowerPoint, but it's like zoomed in contract provisions.
What I will say is I think you go through stages, right? Of what
you'll learn not to do that anymore.
What's in it for me, right? If you would have rewound like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I needed LinkedIn. I needed to find a group. I needed to feel connected.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to know who my target audience was. I needed to find my voice. But I don't need that anymore. I found my group. I'm still here, right? I'm going to Converge. I know who I want to serve and I found my voice. So the so what and who cares is not there anymore. And a lot of other things are like that too. Life is like that. And I think that like, fair. You know, for Josh, it's family. This is the so what, who cares? It's not in it for him. His family is. So I think like I think from a life topic, this is a hell of a phrase because we all go through different stages where the so what, the who cares changes.
Yep. And the what's in it for me, like you said, Goose, it could be anything. It could be entertainment for 3 seconds, 30 seconds. I'm just watching a TikTok video because want to be entertained while I'm sitting here waiting for the TMV. I don't know.
Exactly.
So
But
then what's the answer to people who want to post who actually truly want to serve others?
when you find those long clips, in my opinion, like fix them, write it down, put it through Chat GPT a couple times, and ask it for like a punchy version, right? Like, that's my style anyway. Not everybody's gonna do that, but I go through Chat GPT and I do ask it like, hey, here's what I said, but I want to like, what's the real point I'm trying to get at, and can you help me refine the message into like a 10-second clip? And then I specifically get on here and I just do that one clip, just looking at it, right? And then it feels more authentic because it's me actually talking instead of me off like this, talking in the background about all these things, right? Like, I don't care. I don't have like. Plus, you sit there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna sit here. It's a friend of mine, right? It's not even you. I see this with a lot of people that I like. As real
It's
people.
me, but it's just not only me. Got it.
No, but like, I'm not referring to you specifically. I'm thinking of one individual. But it's like, okay, I want to listen to this. I want to support this person. And so I listen to it and I'm like, I can't even understand it. Like, I just wasted 15 seconds trying to watch this. I can't imagine everybody else who's like, oh, I wonder who this person is and what they're about. And they only give you 3 seconds when I gave you 15 because I knew you. Right? Your content sucks. Like, fix it. And the way that you do that is you make it specific. Like, there's a lot of YouTube things on it. Sorry, Megan, I don't mean to blast you.
Getting blasted
He's
here.
typing me.
This is a good. This is a good breakup episode.
It is
right
a good
here.
breakup.
But you can see she's
the
so mad.
best
She's angry
breakup.
typing with her finger pecking.
There you go.
Your content sucks. Fix it. That's true. Not you.
But I mean, I do think a lot of people aren't. I don't know. Sometimes it's difficult to find your voice, and it's difficult to figure out how to help people via content, right?
Mhm.
And
This was
those
me.
people that
This
do,
was me like last
it-
week.
I think I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying that for me, I don't need it anymore. Not to say I won't come back and post. It's just not at the top priority for me. I still think there's a way to do it and a way to gain a following and a way to drive business, right? But
Mhm.
one of the topics that we're going to talk about in Sedona, which I can't remember what I named it. Maybe
Hold
you
on.
do.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Hold on. What time slot did I give you? That'll help me find it faster.
I don't know. It's like 11,
Okay,
12.
Jesse's first, then Brian. I'm just giving everybody shout outs right now. How to stand out and win more business with John Goose Dunham. Learn how to position yourself in a crowded industry and attract more clients.
Okay, so so for me, a year and a half ago, it was how do I get connected with manufacturing and with construction people and that sort of thing. But when it comes down to it, it is solving the problem. Once you get clients, it's not solving the problem they want you to solve. It's solving the problem they don't know they have.
Interesting. I
And
find
when
it a little
you
different.
say what?
I find it a little different than solving the problem they don't know they have. I find it more like showing them the problem that they only understand a symptom of.
So, and a lot, I mean, in my world, it's a lot different, right?
Yeah.
Than because a lot of the problems people have with me, they literally have no idea they have.
Yeah, it's a 40-year
right.
problem, right? They won't know it until they retire.
And it's a problem that they may never incur but if they pass away early, right? What happens? If they pass away late, what happens? But
Mhm.
so for me, it's solving these problems that they don't know they have. Well, if you have a client in which you solve a problem they don't know they have, then boom, they now take you and say, you have to go to this person, not because they solved this one problem that I knew I needed help with. They solved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more problems that I had no idea were there.
Mhm.
And that to me is how you set yourself apart. because we all are in crowded spaces. The construction industry is crowded. Financial services industry is crowded. The accounting space is crowded. The financial software space is crowded. But they don't go through steps 6, 7, and 8. They just get to 5. Right. And I think that when you get there and you understand that, that's when things begin to change. And where your priorities are and where you spend your time change. That's my little clip of what we're talking about in Sedona.
I'm going to Opus clip it out and hope that it performs really well.
There we go.
No, but seriously, like I was in that place, like say January, February is when I found that video. And it was like, how do I kind of set up my messaging? How do I help people understand what I'm doing better? And that's where I came across it. You know, it's like Goose said, like you have to find somebody that can help you solve the problems you don't see or know. But at the same time, like, you know what your problems are. Most of the time we're afraid to just do it. Like I was afraid to look it up because I'm like, this is going to take so much work and effort. It's not even worth the return. I was convincing myself not to do it. And now I'm better off.
So for me, I try to lead with the written ones anyway, because I hear you on your criticism of my video posts, Josh. Noted.
It's not even that.
But on my written posts, I try to lead with an actionable strategy. I try to make sure that every single post that's just text, and photo, but that the content of the post is written. I try to make sure that it includes at least one actionable strategy that they can take from it, because for me, it's not about showing you what I can do and how I can help you, what my value is, right? Like, I just don't lead with that. I think maybe I'm privileged a little bit in the sense that like everybody knows that I'm a construction attorney. And so they think they know exactly how I can or can't help them already. I don't have to really do that lift. I don't have to do that lift. But in terms of like the content that I share, I want it to be like, okay, it was worth my time. I did get something out of it because I did spend time reading it. And there is a nugget that I can take from it. Now, of course, every post is not going to be actionable for every reader, right? Because some things are going to, the reader is going to have already known it. Termination for convenience clauses. Maybe the reader is already going to know that they should try to negotiate those out, or at least make them reciprocal. So not everybody's going to necessarily get the actionable thing out of it, but at least it's there for those who might not know the thing, right? And so that's always the approach that I try to take. And so if people don't find value in that, then they're probably not the people that should be following me and reading my content anyway. So I don't know. I guess I just look at it differently, because I come at it from a service first position of like, I want to give people tiny little nuggets of information that they may not know, or maybe an elevated way of looking at something that they did already know, so that they can do it themselves and they don't actually need me.
Yeah. No, what I love about your content, like your written stuff, is like in a person's career, in a year, 2 years, you might only see that termination clause play out once in 10, once in 15. And when you sit there and you talk about 10 of them in a month, it helps people see, oh, here's alternate ways to look at this and why it matters. Like I had a near miss and I didn't realize it, right? It helps like broaden their pool of information that they know. That's why I do like what you post for content. And I will watch your longer videos because it's interesting to me. But, part of it also, like if I didn't know you from anybody else, I'd probably just scroll through and be like, yeah, I don't really feel like listening to this person lecture at me like I'm sitting in a hall with them with a PowerPoint behind them. Like, I don't really give a shit. I have, like, if I spend 30 seconds 8 times an hour because that kind of stuff pops up, like how much time did I waste?
Yeah.
And it takes you off track, and like you can sit here and say like 30 seconds is no big deal, but when it gets you off track and you have to refocus and all of that shit, like it's just.
Well, the counter argument to that, of course, is like, if you're trying to do focused work, maybe you shouldn't be scrolling social media.
Yeah, that's true.
I intentionally make choices about when I get on to consume the content so that it doesn't disrupt the focused flow state work, right? So it's like, so then maybe I'm a little more tolerant as a result, right? Because if I'm on social media and I'm consuming content, I'm in a headspace where that's what I'm doing at this moment. And so I'm less pissed off about it if I don't get anything out of what I watched. I'm not like, God damn it, now I'm all off track and I lost my train of thought. And now like, I just don't, I'm just like, okay, well, that one wasn't entertaining. Maybe the next one will be, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a mindset difference.
No, and I'm more of like, sometimes I'll be sitting there, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch one more, but it has to be worth my while, right? And so I'm like sitting there and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, okay, well, that one wasn't worth my while. I want to end on a good one, right? Because when I played baseball, it's always, we have to end on a good hit. We can't end on like a half-ass hit or something bad, right? Or a shooting a basketball or anything. You have to end on a good note. So then I'm sitting there for like another 15 minutes, like, wow, there's a lot of garbage out here. And it starts to really pile in my brain. And now that I've said it, you'll probably notice it for you too.
I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling like you take it a lot more seriously than I do. And maybe that's another point of disconnect, because I just don't think that I would ever get worked up over somebody else's content not being good enough. And I certainly don't think that I would be like, can't end on that note. I think it's just that we just approach it differently.
That's probably true. Like normal people can just like close their app, but Josh, he's sitting here like, oh, dang it, I have to find a good one. Where's the gold?
It's like an after dinner mint. You're like, I can't stop until I have my after dinner mint.
Yep, right. Well, welcome to having OCD. It's not very fun.
Good times.
Do we want a fun topic to end on? That's the question.
Sure. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about, Goose?
I was kind of going off of Josh's chat GPT where was
let's do the would you rather. Was that what it was?
We could do would you rather. Yeah, we could do would you rather.
Let's do would you rather.
I don't remember because it's all on my phone.
One of them's would you rather, and then but we said it was going to be a construction themed.
Yeah, so like the one that it gave me an example was like, would you rather dig 100-foot long ditch by hand in 20-degree weather, or be roofing in Miami and in like, I don't know, 95-degree like, that's 95% humidity.
Or we could.
Well, that's what it gave me. But I just said, would you rather?
We could do that, or we could do craziest thing we've seen in a construction on a job site.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one too. What's the craziest?
I bet you Megan thinks she has a good one, and we're like, yeah, that happens on every job site.
I'm just curious what Goose is gonna say, because how many job sites have you been on, Goose?
Yeah, let's hear it. Goose.
Listen, the mill is all you need. But I got to think of.
I didn't think about this beforehand. Crap.
I know. I'm
like, so we had a wedding control room operator think that it would be funny to photocopy his ass.
That was funny.
And like make like 200 copies of it and spread it across the field.
That's funny. Did he get a promotion for that one?
He did definitely. The 3-day off promotion, but that's okay.
Buddy, he got promoted to another job.
Oh, that one was just funny. Maybe not as much crazy as it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of things, and I have to think about a lot of them. But one that comes to mind right away, and it's not the craziest, but it's kind of like, how dumb are you people? We were doing a high rise in Naples, Florida, and electrical contractor. So we had our temp power situation there, and the roof wasn't done. So it's like whenever it rains, water just flows in, no big deal. Well, the concrete was in a low spot where our temporary panel was, and so everybody came in and plugged all their cords in it and just ran their cords straight through the wire, or through the water that was like 6 inches deep. It's like, how stupid are you people? Like, come on, somebody get in here with a shop vac, turn off the temp power, and let's fix it. It's like, I don't know how OSHA can complain about like the cages around light bulbs with LEDs nowadays, but they won't like that's something that the GC won't pick up.
I like Joe's. Two drowned coyotes in a flooded elevator pit.
I was reading another post about that kind of thing, like all the funny thing or weird things that you find in elevator pits.
Oh my
I
God.
do enjoy. I don't know. The amount of safety things that will go uncorrected is pretty nuts.
Right.
And I will say, working in the mill like has totally transformed what I'm willing to do at home. Like
What do you mean?
just standing on the top rung of a ladder.
Oh.
You know,
I would never have done that.
I would have all the time.
I'll tell you, I'll do a lot of things, but getting on a ladder is not one.
So that's like one. Even getting on, like standing on a rolly chair, like to go, like to try to get to a light bulb. I won't do that because I too easily fall off and break something because I've seen enough people fall from 3 feet up and break something. Right.
We're supposed to be tied off at 4 foot, so that's why they do it at 3 foot.
Yeah, I know, but I still, like it just things that like don't think I would have ever thought about. Like I would have used to get a bucket to stand on, but I won't do that anymore. Like I'll find my step stool. Just little things that like I would have done all the time that I didn't think anything wrong. And it's like you now have seen and been exposed to too many people doing things that don't seem that bad, end up in a hospital with broken bones, torn ACLs. Now most of them way older than me. Like they're not near as spry and athletic as I am, but
they're old like me.
That's funny. So, to be fair, like even in like mid-20s, you're like, okay, like I can jump up this retaining wall. I can climb on this chair and it's not a big deal. But now at like 35, you step off one of those ladders and you're like, okay, I just twisted my back somehow. I think I sneezed once. I gotta go to
wait till you get to my age. You can't wake up out of bed without injuring yourself. You wake up and you're like,
oh, that was Megan not made. Josh, how old are you? You never responded.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell us. Sorry, 32, right?
34.
Oh, I was wrong. He's only 4 years younger than me.
You guys are just old.
Ooh, like, he lumped you in with me. Yikes.
Yikes.
You're 4 years older than me, right?
You're
41?
I don't think I'm quite 4 years older than you.
You 41?
I think I'm, but
Megan was in high school and I was in grade school, guys.
Yeah, I was born in November of 83.
Wow.
It's been in August of 87. So you're 3 and so I'm not quite 38.
Almost 4. Yeah, almost 4. So then, wait, how many years older are you than Josh? 4? So you're 8. I'm 8 years older.
3.5.
So I'm 8 years older. Thank you, Joe. Are you old like me? Do I have somebody else that's old like me? Joe, how old are you? Tell us. Make me feel better, Joe. I'm always using the grandma emoji in our group text.
Am I gonna be the youngest one that goes to Sedona?
Probably.
I hope I can make the 40 under 40 list.
Well, yeah, Rocio's young. I don't know.
Rocio's young.
Exactly how old she is, but she's young.
Spivey's young, isn't she going?
Yeah, she's going. Yeah, Megan Spivey will be there.
Where are all these people at? How come they're not in this thing right now? Like, what kind of disappointment is that?
Maybe they heard you were going to break up with us and they didn't want to have to witness it.
I didn't tell them. Did you?
Well, Megan's in Arizona. I mean, in Phoenix. So she's close.
Finally.
Graduated in 87.
Woo! Joe's older than me. Woohoo!
Listen, that's when I was born.
Yeah, see, I'm not that young.
So if we replace you, Josh, with Joe, then we'll really be multi-generational, Goose.
Like you guys will like hit the boomer generation.
Oh,
the more millennial.
He's not a boomer. If he graduated in 87, he is squarely a Gen Xer.
Clearly.
Yeah, he's very squarely a Gen Xer. Don't boomer Joe. Don't you do that on your way out.
I don't know. I feel like anybody that's older than, I don't know, Goose is a boomer, Megan.
Okay. Can you see those through the green screen?
I wasn't there. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man, you really are just setting this shit on fire on your way out the door, aren't you?
Let's boot him out
Just
now.
wait until next time I just show up, just like Jesse does once in a while.
Well, I have to actually let your ass in, and maybe I won't.
That's true. I can just
Especially after
watch
all the
them
shit you were
backstage.
talking about my videos.
It wasn't
Oh,
even
okay.
about. You know what? At the end of the day, I thought you learned from Jesse last year. You're supposed to just say thank you when somebody
Oh,
gives you constructive criticism.
damn, using Jesse against me and shit. I did learn that from Jesse.
I need to
last year.
tag Jesse in this.
Just because
I
you
know.
learn it doesn't mean you have to use it.
I know, but
Joe,
I
I'm excited to meet you too, man. Like, I might come across as young, but I was born in the wrong generation.
So here's the problem, Josh, is you better make it out long as all of us old people.
I know. I go to bed at 7 p.m. I got about an hour. I'm going to bed, guys.
But you're gonna
I'm
be
not even kidding.
that's even earlier though, because you're gonna be 2 hours. I think Sedona in a month is gonna be 2 hours ahead of you. I think they're on my
It's
time.
5 p.m., guys. Good thing it ends.
I cannot keep up with Arizona's time.
I know I can't either, but I'm pretty sure Sedona will be
Is it Pacific?
on
or
my
no?
time zone in
Depends.
June. But Josh, are you not going on the Jeep tour? I can't remember.
I
if
am,
you
but
got
I'll
it.
probably be sleeping.
Oh God.
Are
And
we
how
allowed
am
to
I the
drink on-
old one in the group then?
Are we
You have
allowed to
way older
drink?
than me.
Are we
You
allowed
know,
to drink
Megan,
on the Jeep
I
tour?
have 2 under 3 right now, and it just
I had a question, Josh.
makes me tired.
Whose fault is that?
You know what?
Whoa, let's not
It's,
describe baby's fault. Let's not do that.
Well, no,
I-
I didn't describe babies at fault. I described 2 under 3.
I don't
at
think
fault.
it's at fault. I think it's like planned. It's perfectly planned.
I
Well,
agree.
so you
You know,
can't. If it's
34, 2
perfectly
kids
planned,
under
then
3.
can't
You
complain
gotta
about it.
speed it up a little bit here, Goose.
Perfectly planned means you can't complain about it.
Wait, did you just
No,
say you're
no.
trying for 3? You're gonna have a third?
At least.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, dropping bombs
That
all
seems
over the place.
that
Well,
seems
sorry, guys.
exhausting.
Goose, to
Public
answer your
knowledge.
question, I forgot what I said, Joe. Unfortunately, I forgot what I said. Goose, to answer your question, I don't know if we're allowed to drink on the Jeep tour, but I will find out. And if the answer is we're not allowed to drink on the Jeep tour, then that just means we can proactively plan ahead with our hidden flasks.
That just means we
That-
do it
That's
anyway.
exactly why I asked.
Hey, I didn't
Because
sign
there-
a lien
there are
waiver, right?
ways-
Or like a,
I think we have to sign the waivers when we get there.
There are definitely ways around not being able to drink on the Jeep.
Here's the good thing about the Jeep tour. We're not driving, so
Exactly.
there's no reason we
But you
can't
can't
drink.
have an
This is-
open container in a car, right? Or is that just like a
Well,
where I'm from thing?
I actually don't know I don't know the drinking laws in Arizona. Probably that's true, but
Well, good thing we have a lawyer with us, right?
to get caught.
But
You can get
minis and flasks aren't open normally, just when you're taking a sip of them.
Well, and minis, if we do the minis, they can stay sealed until we actually park, and then we can just take them like a shot, and then it's irrelevant.
You
Listen,
have too much
there-
faith in me, Megan.
Hashtag legal advice.
I cannot take shots, Megan.
This
I
is
am
problem
sorry.
solving 101, Josh. Like, we can do this.
Here's
know
what
what?
we need to figure out, Goose, how we can get Jello shots along the ride with us. Because I am a Jello shot girly.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't really like. I think we would have just known that.
I know.
You probably like raves too.
I've never been to a rave. I think I'm a little bit too young. I mean, it's gonna be hard for you to believe, but I think I'm a little bit too young for raves. Like they were like more of like the late 90s, early 2000s, and I was still in grade school at that point. No, I wasn't. That's a lie. I was in middle
was in
school,
grade
so
school
still
then.
too young for raving. I was in middle school, so still too young for raving.
Really? Because I remember raves back when I was in college. Like,
Oh,
20
really? Then maybe I just wasn't cool enough.
I've never been to a rave.
Look, I'm a Midwestern girl. I know I live in California now, but I'm a Midwestern girl. So I grew up doing field parties. We did parties in fields.
Yeah,
Pre-cell
I-
phones
I'm
where
from
no
Nebraska.
parents
I
could
know what
find
that
us.
means, Megan. Like,
Yeah,
what?
we're all from the Southeast. We know what that means.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, these Californians don't know what
you're
that
from
is.
California. If anything, you just don't know about the rest of the world.
I'm not from California. That's my whole point. Like, I live in California.
You've been there for long enough.
I'm not from California. I went through college in Missouri. So, like,
Okay,
I have a much more Midwestern approach to partying and lifestyle. Like, it was all about field parties in high school and house parties in college at Mizzou.
I feel like you lived a life of misery.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's not nice. But I will say,
It was
I've
Missouri.
got a kid to go attend to.
I know you
not,
did.
Not to just cut it off.
All right.
We're cutting it off.
Cut it off.
Goodbye.
Been fun, guys. Bye.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I don't know. Probably you won't see Josh again. You might see me and Goose again. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.